Hey guys, how's it going? Thomas here. We are on our 14th video here today. And today I'm not sure what we're going to be doing exactly, but I do believe that we're going to start setting up our blue research. Now for the blue research build, I think I'm going to go ahead and do a reversed build here. And the reason I'm going to do a reversed build is for several reasons. One, we're going to be feeding this in backwards, and I'm not sure exactly how I actually want to lay this thing out, because as far as our input goes, we're going to need red motors and I think miners also. So yeah, the fact is that's going to be 3 inputs, and then we're going to have to also have our output as well. So I'm wondering if my input should come down the middle or if we should actually do our output along the outside. But I'm thinking our input, we'll just do our input in the middle and our output down the side. So that's how we're going to actually probably just wrap this up here. Go ahead and do this. So we'll put our belts, I'm thinking we'll put our belt right here. And this will be, as far as how we're going to do this, I think this will probably be the best, most effective method to actually get the blues to where we need them to go. And we're going to use basically a filtered inserter here, I think is what I want to actually do here. So we'll just do it that way. And that should put that, hopefully that'll take those and put them onto that belt there. Now this other belt here, this actually feeds in the next potions. Separate from the blue, but the blue will actually wrap down, tie in here, and come into our factory because it's going to be on a shared belt line here. So we got that set up. So what we're going to do here, as far as how this works, is we're going to set up 13 of these. So what do we need? So 13, actually no, I think it's 16, so we need 8. So there's 50, so we'll need 42, or that number right there. Okay, there's 42, so that should give us 8. Yep, there's 8. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have 3 inputs down the center here. And I'm hoping we do have enough space to do this. So we'll have 3 inputs, and then we'll have another 8 of these as well. So there'll be our additional 8. And we'll run those up through here. So there's our 8. And then we'll have another one here, which will also be our output. So this will be our output as well. So these are our outputs. This is how we're going to get the blue potions there. And this is how we're going to get them down here. So I'm going to just input everything right down here through the middle, and I think that's going to be probably more effective, you know, as far as how we're going to do this all, because I think this will be the easier solution. We'll just do center line input. So different ways to do it, but we'll do this here. We'll just go ahead and, yeah, we'll just do it this way. So middle, yeah, that's confusing me. I'm just going to drop them all in a row. Make it go just a little bit easier, shall we? So we'll drop that, yep, drop. Try to get these all so they're the same. I hate it when I get stuff messed up, and I'm messing up already. See how I'm actually inputting that? They should be backwards. So you guys are probably sitting there like, dude, you're doing it backwards. Yeah, I know. All right, let's get these all inputted right here, shall we? So feed into these, and then we'll switch these around and get this all set up. All right. It's going to take a minute here to get this all going. Okay, that's good. Now we'll do our red. So this will be for our blue. And just takes a minute. I mean, I hate setting this kind of stuff up here. It just seems like it always takes forever to do any kind of thing like this here, especially when you do it. So we'll go. Those all going. Okay, so I think we have all that. Okay, so there is our research right there. And this will be our blue research base. So let's go ahead and jump here. Let's select blue. And we'll go ahead and update all these here so they're all blue. Alright, we'll go through there like that. And, alright, we'll go ahead and drop these power poles in. I love my medium poles. They just power so much. Okay, we'll get those. Alright, and we'll drop a few over on the back side now. I hate it when you do that. You know, you drop a pole, it's like, oh, that'll work. Oh, that'll work. Nope, that don't work. That don't work. He's getting trouble, you know. There we go. All right, so there's all our blue, and the input for it will all come down the middle. It'll tie on this belt, wrap down, shoot through. It'll actually share the hand grenade belt. I do believe that we are going to put that onto the opposite side of the belt. So hopefully there is no problems there, and we don't have any issues. And then that'll come down here, come right here to this, drop it on, drop it, and everything will go into the area there where we need to. And as far as what we need to be working on, let's start some research here because our research is just kind of sitting idle. All right, now we got our main stuff going here. the power depot and everything. So this is laid out good. So now what we got to do is we got to either get our plastic input or we have to get something going. And I do believe plastic input, let's see, we do have our plastic input. What else do we need? So plastic, I think we'll go ahead and we're going to do our red chip production. In order to do the red chips requires plastic. So we'll do red chip assembly machine. So we're going to need 8 of those. And we'll do that on this line right here. So this will work great here. I'm not too sure how I'm going to feed this in because this takes 3 items. I hate it whenever you do 3 because every time you do anything that's 3, it just messes you up. But I do know that as part of the requirements for this, we're going to need plastic, and I put my plastic right there where I'm going to be needing it. So we'll do that. And we'll go ahead and we'll set up for red chip production. So input for red chips is going to be plastic. We know that. So the plastic will come up here. This would probably be a bad idea laying it out this way, but we'll run our plastic up through here like so. And we're going to have to go ahead and get our copper input as well. So for the red chips, we're going to need, what do we need? We need about 8 assembly machines as far as this goes. That'll be our input. We'll come over and do it one more. So, all right, so there's be our 8 assembly machines. We'll cut the plastic right here at the end and get those out of there. And then we'll drop our next belt line, which will feed additional supplies in here. So that'll go like so. All right, and then we'll do another belt right here. And this should be running our red chips down. So we're reverse building, guys, just so you know. And I do reverse build from time to time. I know some of you guys already do. Don't do that. That just confuses us. But you know, it is, you know what it is. So we'll run it like this. We'll tire. I like to try to keep everything just a little tight up. I don't think I should do that. I think, yeah, we won't do that. We're going to run it this way instead. This takes a little more space, but see, if I have to run anything from down here this way, I need to try to keep that open right there. So that's good. So we'll set our red chips up here. And now we just go down through here and we'll just start adding everything we need. And as far as this goes, we need copper wire and other chips. So we'll drop these in. So now we got our red chip production going up. So we'll go ahead and start adding everything else we need. Yay, it's all coming along, guys. It's coming. We're getting there. So now as far as red chips go, you have to have plastic. So that's why we came over here for plastic. You also have to have green chips and you have to have copper wire. So we're going to have to make green chips and copper wire next. So we'll do that. So that'll be our next issue. All right, so we'll get these all hooked up here. That way everything's powered up. All right, and we'll lay that there. Okay, so that's all powered now. So there's our red chips. So that'll all run down here on the belts and go to that. So there will be our red chip production. Now let's see, what do we need? We need to get in the green chips now. So green chips is going to require okay, let's see. Green chips we need. I know the dude green chips is copper, but see, I'm thinking we got to get the copper over this way, but I'm not sure if I want to put all that up here or what I'm trying to do because of the other stuff. I know we also got to make engines, which is copper plates. We also have to do belts. I think what I need to do is we need to just build a nice quality, you know, green chip output area and do that over here next to our main line. That way we're just outputting green chips and then we can just kind of feed it to wherever we need to go and actually build a green chip depot. So I think we're going to do that instead. Instead of doing everything like, okay, well, how are we going to do this? No, we're going to make a green chip depot and we're going to build about maybe 10 of these machines. So I think that's going to be our solution for what we're dealing with here right now. So let's go ahead and delete some of this here. Actually, yeah, let's do the depot midways. I was going to come back down here and do it, but I think midways right in here would be perfect for it. We'll try to get it right in the dead center of our base, shall we? And what'll happen, and I'll tell you guys what's going to happen. We're going to do this, and I guarantee you it's going to come back to bite us here in just a little bit. Just watch. That's how this kind of stuff always does work. You know, so we'll go ahead and we'll do it this way. So this will be our green chip base. We got to get all this stuff so it all hooks up properly. And now we will go ahead and Right, so that'll be the main thing, and then we'll just output like so. And there will be our lines, and then we'll just return our main lines. There we go. Is that right? Yes, that is right. And now we'll just steal from here across. I've also got to get steel plates inputted down this way somewhere, but I'm not sure where we're going to do that at. So, all right. So now we're going to go ahead and get this going here. So I need to do, I don't know how many of these things I actually do need. I know we need a lot of copper cable and or copper wire, whatever you want to call it. So we'll run it this way here, and we're going to go ahead and do our steel. And this stuff is typically, it's about the same, you know, but I know the copper cable goes faster. So I'm wanting to go ahead and we'll just start mass producing our copper cable. As far as copper cable goes, it would probably be easier if I would just put the assembly machines here. And I think actually we might want to do that. Crud. So let's go ahead and get this set up here so that way we get our copper cable. Let's just try to get one thing here going correctly first before we start worrying about other stuff. So we'll just come right here and we'll just do our copper cable, and we'll do, let's just say maybe 10 of these. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll delete these last 3 right here. That'll give us our copper cable. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to feed my copper cable straight in versus doing what we were planning right here. This might make it just a little tad bit easier. And that's going to mess up the whole purpose of these inserters and stuff right here, which we just put in. So I'll just redo all that. Okay, so as far as copper cable goes, copper cable is going to be fed straight in to the next row of inserters. And then this will give us our green chips because we're just going to straight output green chips. So we're going to have a lot of extras here, just the way I'm building this. But I think this is going to be the way I want to do it because I just don't feel like, okay, well, we have to do this and then they got to do that, and let's just keep it all straightforward, you know. So copper cable, so 1 copper plate, and we'll just do it like this. I know a lot of people do different styles, but you know, my style is just keep it simple. I need to actually expand my copper line because we only run 1 line of copper down through there, and this is gonna, when you start doing stuff like what we're doing right here, this will straight up just drain your freaking copper. So I didn't really plan for a big copper line. I didn't, so that's definitely not a good thing. And we'll just we'll clear out some of this here. We'll go ahead and get our splitter here. Where's our splitters? Yep, run a splitter. We want the splitter to be flush with this, and then that way, you know, we can just go straight down through here like so. And then all of our green chip production will actually go onto the next belt, which will be the upper belt here. You need to get off that belt, so it runs so slow. And I think I actually just ran out of belt. I really do. Yeah, I did run out of belt. We're going to have to go grab some more belt here. Alright, so let's get this belt right here. I need a bigger inventory is what I need. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and rotate that. Now we'll drop this in, and we're going to go grab ourselves some belt here. As soon as we finish setting this up, we'll go get the belts. That way the green chips can actually start producing while we're busy going to find our belts. So, alright, now we'll take the red inserters, we'll spin those around, and we'll get all this stuff dropped in. And I know setting up the blue research, it seems like it just takes forever. It's like no matter how many times you do it, it's just like it's always forever. Alright. Because there's always like more to it and stuff like that, but it is what it is. So we'll go ahead and do it like this. Those can go in there, and then we need to get these here. Yeah, figures you can't just, and it's not going to reach all the way across. Try to line up with another row of poles there. That way everything looks neat and clean, and everything runs sideways. And we'll just tie into the main electric somewhere. Am I going to be able to even reach that span? I don't even think I can reach across there. Well, that's not good. I'll just do it this way here. We'll tie it. I'll reposition these later because this is all going to go together anyway, so it won't be a big deal. And that will give us our green chip output. Yeah, that'll work great. So we'll have plenty of green chip output. And I can split that off on the other lines. Let's go grab ourselves some extra belt. We'll run down here into our main base here real fast. Just find ourselves a belt we can run on. And we do have a box right over here, I do believe, that I can steal some off of. So let's see, what do we need? We need, we'll grab a few stacks of these. And because we are using a lot of inserters right now, I'll grab an extra stack of inserters while we're here. Do I need red ones? Yeah, we might want to grab 1 stack of red. We'll run over here and grab those. I set up a few chests in a few places. That way we have a couple extra areas where you can grab them. So there we go. All right, so now we got all the materials we need when we get back to building our belts. So green chips are up and running now. So in addition to the green chips, we need copper, just plain copper. And that should give us everything we do need to make these. So let's see, what's the one we need? We need copper cable. So green chips, copper cable. And honestly, I think we could just do this. We'll just create dedicated inserters, assembly machines. Is that going to work? I can't remember if that'll work or not. I'm not sure. No, that's not going to work. Actually, wait, maybe it will work. Yes, it will work. I just have to place them straight against the line. So we'll do that. We'll just do them like this here. I'm going to actually have this belt liner here with dedicated green chips on, because I actually did not plan on building this thing this way. We will actually relocate this belt right here. I remember I said I was going to bring it up and it'd be easier that way. Yeah, well, here we go. Me changing designs on everything. That's normal. That's just me. That's typical. I don't know how this is going to work here just because of the way these belts and stuff are actually running right now. So this is going to this copper is going to probably run out, and that's going to become what our main primary issue is actually going to be, is just not having the copper. So that's going to be a problem. And what we'll do here is we're going to create dedicated copper. I like to do dedicated stuff. I know a lot of people like to just have main lines and stuff like that. I like to do everything where it's dedicated and it just inserts from one machine straight over to the next. And the reason for that is machines, ultimately what happens is you don't have enough production somewhere or you end up robbing. This is just kind of like an all-out fail-safe method to guarantee that whatever you do it's going to work. There's not going to be no issues. Nothing's going to go wrong somewhere. Your belts are, proper balanced, all that good stuff. So this is the best way, in my opinion, to actually make this stuff like completely work and work the right way. So we'll get up here and we'll get this. We'll spin that away, and then we'll run this forward. Actually, I didn't have to do that really, but we'll do it. Okay. I'll definitely probably run a splitter off that, but that'll get our green chips and everything just pouring out of there. So now we will have our red chip production here, because we do have our green chips, our copper, and our plastic bars. And everything's going to go nice and smooth down through here. So that'll be great. So we'll get our red chip production, and I definitely am looking forward to getting some red chips, just due to the fact that I do need them for other things. So we will add ourselves a little tiny chest here so we can actually rob our line, but that'll be excellent that we do that. So in addition, so we got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. I should have actually built an extra assembly machine or two, because if I am going to steal some off that belt line, I'm not going to have enough being supplied down here to our research. But they'll back up, and then when they back up, then we'll have those extras. Or actually, better yet, we'll do this, because it's never good. Oh snap, did not mean to do that. Whoops, that was a mistake. Okay, there we go. We'll fix that. All right. So when you do steal, let's see if I do have room here to steal. Yes, I do have some stealing room here. Forget it. I won't worry about it right now. We'll put it back to where it was. We're backtracking ourselves, So let's go back up here. Let's drop that chest right there. I was going to put it at the end of the line down there, but there's no room. So now that we got our red chips going, we have to actually set up motors. Now motors, this is going to be really freaking easy. I could probably actually do the motors right down here, because it's just steel plate and steel. And as far as how many factories I need for motors, I need about 13 of those. So I could probably get those right in this area, and I think I will do that down here. So 13 motors coming through here. I can do that. Actually, I may want to just come up this area here. But we also see we need assembly machines as well. And the assembly machines, well, not assembly machines, but we need miners. That's what we need, miners. Geez, what am I saying, guys? I'm going to get you all nuts. Nah. All right, so as far as miners go, we don't really need, I don't think, a whole lot of miners as far as blue research goes. I think we need like about 2 machines that actually produce, the miners and stuff like that. So, but we're going to go ahead and go with 4, and it's just iron plates and then, green chips. So we'll build 4 of those. And as far as where we're going to build those, we'll just drop them right on here. And that'd actually work really good, because see how we have the red belt line here? I can actually just run those, the completed ones, straight down that belt line. So that'll actually work great. I can just share that belt line right there and run them all down. So as far as miners go, we need about 4. Actually, I don't think I want to do that. Let's see. How can we do this? I'm trying to think, guys, on what would be the best method. I don't know if I want to go long ways like so or right ways, but the great thing about doing the miners right here, see how I got my copper right there? Well, not copper, but crap, what is it? Iron ore. Well, iron plates. Jeez. All right, so I can do this right here, which will work really good for me. So I will go long ways. We'll drop down. We want 4 of these, so we'll do 4. Then we're going to input in here. So the input's going to go in 2 ways. So I got to figure out the best way I'm going to input this, but we need gears as well. And as far as gears go, we're going to need a lot of gears. We're going to need our gears fast. And I do believe what I can do as far as gears go is we're just going to put the gears right up here like we have before. We're going to loop our iron plate around, so the iron plate will actually supply the gears. Aren't we terrible? So we'll get the gears like that, and that'll supply our iron. We'll make our gears. The gears will go straight to over, and that'll give us our miners. So we'll do our miners now. So we'll have gears, we'll have iron plates, then we'll have our miners, and we'll have our, I do believe that this does require electric chips as well. So we'll have to have our electric chips here. So let's go ahead and get those put out here as well. So we'll do our electric chips, will go on this belt, and then our output will go on this belt. So we'll have our output and our input here. And as far as output goes, we'll bring this back around, we'll loop it, and we're going to have it right here. So that'll go there like so. This will come up. This will be our output right here. There's our output. Let's go ahead and tie this all together, and we'll make sure that this is correct. I don't want to have any problems here. We'll do that. That way the output will stay on the right side of the belt. Okay, so that's set up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add these right here. Actually, those are inputs. Sorry guys, that's input. We need to put our splitters. Where are our splitters? I don't see our splitters. We have to have our splitters. Oh, there they are. They're down the corner, hidden away from me. I can't find them. Now we got to have our red, which is our output here. That's what we want. That'll be our output. Now as far as up here goes, we'll use these red ones to actually move our gears over to where we need to be. Well, actually, I'll switch those. We'll just do it that way. And that'll be our output. Now let's go ahead and we need our poles. So we'll put our power poles in. Do I have enough power poles to keep them going, or am I going to run out of poles here in a bit? All right, so we'll do that and that. So now we have all of our gear machines. So we'll set our gears up. That'll all be gear outputs right there. And then these right here will all be actual miners. So there's our miners. So now the miners will actually be putting in right there, and then the miners will output. They'll go into the belt. So there you have it. So that'll cover all of that. These actually do require quite a bit here of iron plates. A lot of iron plates actually. It's like 10 or so. I may want to switch this up here, production. Let's switch. What do we want? Let's go ahead and just actually make a few of these fast inserters here, and as far as they go, we'll do them like that, and that'll speed everything up. There we go. That's moving a lot faster, as you guys might have noticed. So that'll get things going there. So that'll be good. All right, guys. So now we have that all set up there, and our chips and everything's going really great. So the next thing is we have to do the motors, which I was pointing out a minute ago. Now I think I'm going to run out of telephone poles here. I really do. So we're going to make some telephone poles here real fast before we really continue. I'll just run down through here and grab some of those, and we'll craft 100. That won't take no time to craft those. Now, what we're making is we're making motors, and I got to figure out how we're going to get the motors to where it needs to go. Motors have to come down here, and I could put them in this area. I'm not sure where I want them. I also need to start my flying machines and stuff like that. I got to get our construction robots and all that good stuff up and running here real soon. And I know later production is going to require electronic engines for our purple research, which that's coming here in a bit, which that requires a lot of different things as well. So, that's going to require some stuff as well. Our purple research, we're going to need furnaces. We're going to need block. We're going to need red. We got the red chips here. We got a lot of this kind of stuff going on right here. So we're going to be kind of stealing a little bit from that too. So I'm thinking right in here somewhere is where I want to put my engines. I'm thinking put the engines up this way, then I can run them down and feed in here. But I'm thinking maybe put them in here too, because I don't want to waste a lot of space. So kind of a difficult call, but I do know I need to build about 13 of these guys. So we'll go ahead and we'll start with that right now. Now, as far as how I want to do this, we're going to do This here is going to be my main input belt right here for my next types of research. So as far as this goes, I want to run this up through here because this is going to be a tie-in belt. And we have to have that. So I don't want to like risk not being able to get that in here. And as far as what we're going to be doing now, we're going to run this up through here. Actually, I don't want to do that. Let's back all that up there. We'll leave one space in here to be safe. And then this will be our tie-in belt. So we'll run it like so. And that'll tie everything together there. And we'll do our underground belt. So that'll go like that. Now, what we're going to do as far as how we're going to do this all now here is because we are going to be needing these motors here at a later date as well. We'll put a splitter there because we're going to split off of here. And then we're going to probably end up going to go ahead and we're going to need our assembly machines. And I need more assembly machines. Geez, we are using so many of these assembly machines, it's not even funny. So we're going to have to come over and grab some gears and a few other things here. Just try to craft some of the stuff in our inventory. All right, we'll get there's 16 more, so that'll help us there. I might have to go back and delete some of those and steal them here. But all right, let's go ahead and get over here real quick. So we need about 13 of these guys. I'm not sure how I want to do these. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's going to be 12. And then we can come over here. And these are going to require 3 different things. So this is going to require a combination of both pipes and gears and all your good stuff. So figures, right? You're going to need all this stuff. We're also going to steel. So I'm going to have probably 2 different lines, I guess. We're going to run 2 lines straight down the center. Here's what I'll do. So one of these will be a shared, I do believe. And that will be the geared, and that will be the steel. And then we'll just feed off of that. So we'll do that. And if you guys remember how I said it might be a good idea to make sure we leave a space down here? Yeah, there we are. There's space. We'll run that back up. Now we'll come back over here and we will put this over here and we'll go back up through here like so. That'll give us more engines and then we'll tie this all back together. So there we have it. All right, now we'll go ahead and drop all these stuff in here right where we need it. This will give us get this stuff all under control here. Now this is our engine production, so let's get our engines all up and running here, shall we? All right, we'll run over here, we'll do our output. And we'll get all these here. What the hell am I doing? Oh my god, I'm losing my mind, guys. There's no reason for me to do this. I'm doing it on the wrong line. I'm doing it on the back, so I need to be doing it on the front. Just me at it again, I take it. Yeah, definitely me at it again. All right, there we go. So those are all set up now. Now we'll just go ahead and add these so they're actually producing motors. Where are I was right. I clicked the right tab. I knew where the motors were. I just don't know why I did that. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we'll put in our telephone poles. Start powering all this stuff up. And we'll get 2 more down here at the bottom. All right, those are all coming along. So now, since we got this all up, there's our motors. So now, as far as what we have to do is we have to actually have gears, okay? And we also have to have pipes. So the pipes are going to come in on this bottom line right here. So we're going to have gears here. We're going to have pipes. So pipes will come off of one of these lines. And I do believe the pipes will come in from down here and they'll come up. In addition to the pipes, we'll get the gears on the opposite side here. And once we do the pipes, that'll do another thing. So let's see what we got going on right here, shall we? So all this stuff's coming along. We're getting our blue. We got our red chips. We got our green chips. We got our blue research down here. Now we need to get our, let's see, what are we doing here? We got to get our pipes going here. So pipes will come off this belt line here, and we're going to do it so. So we'll run these down through like this. Oh, we actually got Reese right here. Look at that. Look how nice that is. That turned out beautifully. So we actually have our iron plates right there. So that's going to be great for us. It's going to work really, really good. So let's go ahead and we'll just come up here. We'll delete off this here. And I'm not wondering if I don't know if it's, I don't think I can. I probably could if I wanted to. I don't think we're going to do it, but we'll come right down here. But I was going to say we could probably put our gears and our pipes on the same line. I just don't think that's going to be worth it in the end. Because it's going to become too much of a hassle and stuff up top, but we could probably actually do that if we wanted to, just because the amount of gears as well as the amount of pipe that we're going to need. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't need that many, Do 1, 2, 3. All right, so we'll do 6. We'll drop our splitter in, and we'll go ahead and do this. Whoops, wrong location. Don't want that. Okay, and that'll go there. And now we'll just drop all of our stuff in here. This right here, since we are making pipes, I'm going to steal some of these because we need a lot of pipe, especially when we do our refineries. So we will get a chest and stuff set up for those as well. I'll drop an extra. Actually, I don't know where I'll do that at. I won't do that right now. I'll come back and do that at a later time. All right, let's get this here. This will give us all the pipe that we can need and all the pipe we're ever going to need. So this will come in, and the pipe will go into, where is my pipe? It should, I swear it should be there. Okay, it's on my first tab. Sometimes I wish you could just kind of like customize everything, like all the interfaces, and then you could decide, well, where you want this, where you want that, how do you lay that out, how do we lay this out. When you can do all that stuff, that's when Factorio is going to be so much more fun, because then you're not going to be like worried or aggravated over any of this kind of stuff. So it makes everything, going to make things a lot nicer when those days come. So now we're going to have to decide how I want to tie all this together here, because this is going to be for my pipes and stuff in here. And I got to get the pipes going. I also got to get the gears going as well. So I do believe our engines are going to be coming out of here. And the engines come out, they go up, they go around. So engines come out over there. I'll split off of that engine line. Let's look at our red engines real fast here, just to see what they require, just to be on the safe side. I do believe red engines are, you know, in addition to red engines, we need chips and lubricant. So they don't really require a whole lot more stuff. So I'm not too worried about that. I can actually get those built right in this area right here, easy stuff. But I'm trying to think of like, what's my future research and stuff going to require? I mean, still, you know, my electric furnace is going to require some more stuff, batteries and blue chips, all that in the future. And blue chips require red chips and plastic, and yeah. Oh no, we're trying to I gotta figure this out here. I'm wanting to see like what's the best way, but as far as what we need right now, I think we only need like 2 or 3 like gear machines. We don't really need a lot, but we're almost finished, and as soon as this is finished, we will get our our blue research underway. Okay, so I like to sit here and try to think about stuff and plan how am I going to do this and that. And I know when I'm doing YouTube videos with you guys, I have to try to rush on it, because a lot of times I'll pause and I'll just kind of sit here in my chair and think, well, how can I run that or do this? And I think a lot of us probably actually play Factorio that way. I know some of us who've probably played it for a while, you know, most of you guys are probably like, dude, I don't play like that. That's not, I think I've just solved the problem. I know what we're going to do now. I know what we're going to do. Yes, I know what we're doing. All right, so we're going to space this here. What we're going to do is, see how this belt line here turns? We're going to come like this, and we're going to build, we built, how many of these we built? We built 6. So now we're going to come up and we're going to build another 6. So we'll build 6 more, and we'll do that 6 there. We'll make them so its start machine comes right there. I want to put it there, so there'll be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 machines. And then what we'll do is we'll just continue this iron plate straight on up here. And then that way we will just feed just like that. And then that will feed onto that belt. So that's how we're going to do this. And that way both sides of that belt are shared. That way we have no problems whatsoever. And everything's going to just work out nice and smooth. And we won't have no issues. So we'll get our plates here. Let's see, where's our plates? We don't want plate. Actually, no, we don't want plates. We want gears. Yeah, gears. That's what we're selecting here. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and build these down through here. I'm getting a workout on all this. A lot of clicking, a lot of manual doing. I remember when this kind of reminds me of back when I did the achievement, you know, and stuff, did my achievements and stuff, and it was like it was straight up intense. Oh, there's a problem right there. Let me grab that. Had a gear there with sharing belts. So now the only thing we need left is our steel, and I'm not sure how I'm going to get my steel in here, but I do have a good idea. I could try to come right across here, but I don't think I'm going to make it. I do know that for a fact, but I know I can get the steel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Something I don't really do a whole often. I don't like really splitting up my belts and stuff, but I can definitely do this. We can do it like this here. And this is how we're going to get our steel in there. Whoops, I built that route backwards, so come on. I hate how it does that. You go there. Finally. Now we're cooking. Now we're doing what we want to do. This will come down. We will tie this away. Now we'll spin her over, and boom, there we have it. So now we're gonna have our steel that's going to be inputted. Okay, so what we got now is we got our steel here. We're going to split off of our steel line. And then we will run that straight in. So that right there will be perfect. Now, in addition to that, we got to go ahead and get all of our underground belts here. So those underground belts are going to run right up here where we need to go. So that'll work great. And there you have it. So now we're running our steel off of our main line. It's coming underground. We got our splitters and stuff there. That'll work good. Run it under our factory. And everything is going to tie together. And that's what I said with our gears. We're going to have so much extra gears and stuff. It's just going to be insane. But now we are producing our engines. We got good engine production. Honestly, guys, we could probably actually add more engines onto this assembly line, and I might end up doing that and running it straight up north here. But we're going to have tons and tons of engines. We're going to have way more engines than we can handle here as far as this production goes. Oh, man, look at all those engines. And let's go ahead and see. Do we have our blue research? What is it going to take to get to that blue research? We still have not got our engines. Oh, yeah, we got blue research. Check that out. There goes the blue research. We got it on our belts, guys. All right, guys. So, as you guys can see, setting this up took a while. It took a lot of time and effort to get all this going, but we do got our blue research. If things go good, that will pick it up right there, which it did. It went on the belt, picked it up, dropped it. It's on the underground belt. It'll run down through here, and all of our blue research, when it starts being produced and coming out, it should work just like that. So we'll keep coming down here, and this is going to take a while to get to where it needs to go, but it will make it there eventually. It's going to, I think eventually is the key word, eventually. But yep, it picks it up, moves it down, comes across, our belts are set up, and then it goes into our machines. Yay, and we are in our, it is in our lab. That is great. I am so happy that we finally got our blue research up and running. It's taken us a while to get here, but we have finally gotten here. It looks like all these machines and stuff have the right production and stuff that we do need. So that's great. And as far as how this is going to work, I'm very happy right here. We got our blue and stuff up and running. So now what we're going to have to do is, since we do have blue research up and running, I'm going to have to decide what we're going to be working on next. As far as the research goes, I think our next project is going to be our logistic robots, because to get into the logistic robots requires the logic systems and all that good stuff. But we do have the robots and stuff here, but we don't have that system there, which requires the production pack and then the high-tech science packs. So we're going to need to get that stuff underway before we can really even run our logistics systems. But I do want to get, I've been working on flight and stuff here as far as research goes. And as you guys can see, the character logistics system, allow you to request items and stuff like that. We can go ahead and get started on that type of research to get it in inventory, but we actually have to start building like actual robots here soon. The robots right here require robotic flying frames, so we're going to have to start getting that stuff set up. We're going to have to start building motors and all that. We got the red chips now. We just have to build the robotic, frames and stuff like that. Which, if you actually click here and look, the flying frames, right there, the robo ports. That's actually really nice that we have the robo ports. So I'm going to try to get a production zone set up. And as you guys can see, we got steel plates, we got gears. See, steel plates, gears. Red chips, you know what I'm thinking right in this area, right? I'm thinking, let's manufacture some roboports. Let's get those robots up and running. We also got our construction robots. They just require green chips and frying, green chips and robotic frames. Our logistic robots is going to be red chips and frames. So I think our next video here, which is going to be coming up here in just a few minutes, I'm going to actually go ahead and we're going to start maybe working on that next set and getting into that logistics system and all that good stuff and getting those up. I think the flying frames, that requires lubricant, which I'm not sure where we're going to produce that at. But yeah, that actually requires batteries and electric engines, which actually does require lubricant. So it's electric engines that we need. But I'm going to go ahead and start trying to, maybe we try to get those robots and stuff going and get robotic robotic frames and stuff built for flying, and that way we can get everything up and running here, because that would be nice if we can go ahead and go about getting our logistics system going, because this base right now, I mean, we have everything we need. Everything's going smooth, and as you guys can see, look at our research down here. It is just building up right now. That is nice. It's nice to see us getting all that blue research. Our belts and stuff are working just the way I intended them for. And as far as our next two researches go, right here, this belt right here is going to wrap around, come up through here and stuff like that, and it'll tie in and stuff up here, that's why I left that one little space right there in our belt line that give us that that ability to actually run that down through there. And that's good. But anyways, guys, we got our blue research and stuff up and running. I guess we're going to start working on our construction robots and all that good stuff. That way we can get our logistics system up and running. These walls and all this stuff, they keep getting damaged, from these alien attacks. There's areas down here where they have been destroyed and stuff, some of our gun turrets. And I would like to get those construction robots up. That way I can drop some repair packs in, especially for like our northern base, like up here, where you actually have gun turrets that are actually, oh, that is not good. I need to get up here and restock these with ammo for this, our oil refinery, our little oil depot here gets destroyed because apparently they've run out of bullets. So I'll do that before I do anything else. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.